Tonight on The Batch Boys.
10 more years, 10 more years, 10 more years, 10 more years. Woo! 10 years strong.
It all starts right now. Welcome to The Batch Boys. We are boys who love The Batch. I'm Ryan S.
I'm KCS.
I'm Jake C.
I'm Alex F.
Boom, 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 boom. Season 10 comes to an end.
Very good. Very good for us.
Yeah, season 10 of our show, where it's all very happy, very positive. You know, you could trust in the Batch Boys.
10 years strong. We're closing out the decade, and it's been fun watching your kids grow old. You know,
Oh, yes.
You have to put them away, put them in homes.
Put 'em down.
and eventually put them down.
Away, home, and down.
That is the hardest part about having a kid is the day you finally have to put them down.
It is.
Absolutely.
It's always, but it doesn't make the journey any less worth having had.
Would you say that Hannah's is a journey worth having not had?
No.
I'm glad we had it.
Just did this.
Maybe not worth it for her.
Did Jed just did this?
Did
Jed
Hannah
did
just
did
journeyed this?
Well, I think we should skip Jed and talk about Hannah for a little bit, right?
Okay.
Well, of course, as of course is the theme of this season. We're skipping Jed for now.
Is our hand forced? Is this officially forcing our hand?
I don't know.
Not yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jed.
Moving on.
It's got
Tyler,
75
Hannah.
votes.
Hannah got screwed, man, all season long. At first it was Luke, then it was some guy named, what was his name?
Oh,
Red.
Jed.
Jed.
Oh.
Sorry, we've skipped him enough times. Forgot. But seriously, all of the after shows have not been about Hannah. They've been about, Luke and Jed. This journey was taken from her.
It was the aftermath of it for sure was, and her ability to set herself up.
Screw it.
later.
I can't skip Jed anymore. He's the dumbest person that's ever walked the earth, right?
Yes.
That one-on-one conversation, the first one when they filmed him together.
Yeah, where he was like telling her the truth and being like, "I don't understand."
It just
You
kept on
wanted the
slowly
truth.
escalating.
Yeah, it's just getting worse and worse, and she's just like,
He's like, we got a free trip to the Bahamas.
Yeah, and it was
Well,
so
my parents-
expensive.
Her parents gave it to us for
Yeah.
my birthday, and it was on her birthday.
yeah.
And then she met my parents, and then I said, I love you.
Yeah.
But we weren't dating.
We were not dating.
It was
We
like
never
he
dated.
was describing the plot to like an early 2000s like romantic comedy, and those are all the beats they hit. And then he went on a dating show and left her.
What
all
are
behind.
we?
Yeah, he's like, and so I was Rob Schneider.
With Hugh Grant.
And then his backup Hail Mary defense was, "Oh no, I was dating around. Oh yeah, lots of girls.
Yeah,
No,
there's more
none
than
of them
one.
do." Yeah, and it was just like you're trying to defend yourself, and you want to be seen as a potential husband, and you're saying, "Oh no, I wasn't just dating the one girl before I lied to you for months. I dated many at the same time. I was juggling them."
Well, it's because he knows if he gets dumped on national TV, then he's screwed.
Yeah, well, he's screwed.
Yeah,
He got
He's
dumped.
done. Yeah,
That
Well,
was
that-
that bad.
that's
music
what
career.
he's-
Kiss it goodbye.
That's what he's upset about, obviously. Like, because he was not fighting for their relationship. He was like,
Fighting to not get dumped.
Yeah.
he was just trying to like he was just not even not to not get dumped. He just wanted to not be seen as that bad. I don't even think he was trying to not get dumped. That didn't look to me like a guy who was like,
No,
you're
yeah,
my
for real.
world and I don't want to lose you.
Yeah, but
he
What?
just didn't want the fallout to be explosive.
Tell me what I need to be
Yeah.
a better man. Like,
Tell me what mountains I need to move,
Well, and he
Forgive me.
Father.
Praise Christ.
praise
Praise
Christ.
Christ.
Absolutely, this has been a season of faith.
It has been.
You know, praise him for bringing us this season.
unrequited faith, because it's not gone well.
Well, no, listen. Hannah said she prayed for Jed. Maybe she prayed on our behalf because she gave us something to skip all season long. We barely said more than 5 words about the guy.
This is the most we've talked about him.
I'm just like, it's pretty insulting. Like, his existence, I'm insulted by it.
Me too.
It is funny that we chose to skip the guy that made it the farthest.
What are the
Yeah.
odds?
Yeah, this whole season was a roller coaster of an edit. Like
Mhm.
Jed From the beginning, he was in most of our top 4s.
Well, the bit that we were skipping him was because he didn't matter.
Yeah.
He was nobody,
And
right?
I still didn't feel it, even when he got down on one knee.
Bro, Casey
Yeah.
touched on this too. Passion is not a word I even close to associate with Jed, and it's one that you would expect to associate with an artist. When he's singing, his guitar he's so stiff. Like there's no soul. It's not coming from anywhere. It's uninspired. He's lifeless. He's just like
His name's Jed.
100%. He looks like a Jed. He acts like a Jed. It looks like a Jed, smells like a Jed. It's a Jed.
That's how you know.
You had a thing you wanted to say?
When?
I don't know
At
about
some
Jed.
point, you got something to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, spit it out.
Say it.
Jed's a bad guy.
I'll
and
break your
he's-
kneecap.
100%.
He's super gross and stuff.
I think it's funny. We're in Los Angeles here, the Batch Boys, among many
don't
other
give it
places.
away.
We're in a
now
no
Fahim
location.
knows.
Just let me go. Let me go with
We're in a
this.
suburb.
We're in somewhere that might or may not be Los Angeles.
We're
and
in an
around
818 area code.
We're around a
That's
lot
safe to
of
say.
artists who I think are really talented. And I just realized
I don't.
there are so many people like Jed who are artists and they're not talented at all. And it's really sad, but not really because he's a bad guy.
Yeah, but they're not nearly as successful as Jed because, as we all know, he's the writer of a very successful musical jingle for a dog food Facebook ad. I looked it up.
How many views did it have?
Right, dude, it's like he probably got paid $40 to like, write the song, like, and he's bragging to her dad about this jingle. And honestly, the brag is a weird brag because he was like, "Well, I'm worried about you, being there for our daughter financially and, as a singer." And he's like, "No, I'm totally willing to sell out. In fact, I'm trying to already. Like, and aren't you impressed by this horrible low-level sellout?"
Wasn't he a stripper?
Was he?
I think he was like a half stripper,
Like
like a Magic
Chippendales
Mike
or something?
Yeah, kind of guy. Yeah.
He did have
He
a good
was.
torso. I'll admit it.
Did he?
From
I thought
the
he-
front, not the back.
I don't know.
I don't know
That
when
was
they were-
notable to me is that he just did not compete with Tyler whatsoever.
Ugh,
Physically.
Tyler, my pick.
That's all that matters too.
No,
so,
it is.
yeah.
I know.
Looks
I mean,
are-
well, on TV, of course.
I liked how when they were comparing the two of them before the proposals, it was like majestic shots of Tyler and then just really boring static shots of the upper half of Jed's torso.
I was saying to someone, I was told he looks like a Muppet, and I think that's true. But he looks like one of those like tertiary characters who's like mean to the Muppets, but is also a Muppet. You know what I
It
mean?
doesn't get as much love and care in how they were made and put together.
Well, yeah, he's one of those with like the interchangeable eyes, and they had a bunch of like recyclable bodies. I could do a whole podcast about the Muppets. Want to hear it, Batch Boys Nation?
The Muppet Men.
The Muppet Man, because it's solo.
Whoa,
No
the
one
Muppet
wants to
Man
do it with me.
can.
I absolutely can and will.
Nice.
You'll all see.
Yeah, I would like to see.
Well, you'll have to hear it because it's audio only.
Well, I'm an audio listener through and through, down to my stinky old bones.
Absolutely.
Stinky old and creaky.
Just like that realistic door Hannah went through. Anyone listen to the audio this episode? It was interesting. Lots of fun sounds.
Yeah,
Little
for all you
Foley and AC and
audiophiles out there, you probably heard
What'd
some
you just
off
call me?
mixing. A pedophile.
Audiophile.
You have to.
Stay away from that audio. You're not allowed. You're not allowed
500
anywhere near that
feet
far
of
of that
that-
audio.
of that speaker.
That speaker is way too young. Stay away from that speaker.
It's just a beat pill.
Is that speaker over 18 megawatts? Huh?
Ah.
Thank you.
It'd be kilowatts. Other megawatts is like months.
months.
Yeah,
What's kilowatts?
kilowatts. It's
What is
bigger,
that?
the bigger version.
Kilowatts? I hardly know a watts.
But very nice.
Thanks.
You know who didn't get applause like that?
Jed.
Mike.
Jed. Yeah, he wasn't there, silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like two people. They're like, wow. It was like probably his family, and that was about
For
it.
Jed.
One
Yeah.
person.
Do you think they
clapped.
invited
Stop
his
very
family
quickly.
to watch
No.
him get skewered? I don't.
Yeah.
That was
You want to watch your son's public execution? You get free tickets and a flight.
I mean, that's true. Why would they say no?
His life's over, man. No one. The thing is, it's one thing to be outed as like a sleaze, but it's another thing to be outed as a sleaze by the Bachelor Nation. because the Bachelor Nation,
Especially after going so far.
100%.
I don't even remember the name of the guy that got outed as a sleaze in the first episode.
Scott.
I don't remember. Okay.
Scott, of
I don't
course.
remember
I
what
will
he
never
looks like.
forget Scott, dude. If I see that guy in the street, I'm gonna call him sleaze.
No, that is
You'd be right to do so.
You make a
You're
good
trash.
point, though. You make a very good point, which is that Bachelor Nation, for the most part, is just like every cool and attractive girl in America.
No, we're ruthless. We're all ruthless. It's the
And
wrong
we're
people
definitely
to piss
cool
off.
and attractive women.
Well, you are. Inside.
No, I mean it's not the only people who are part of
No, I know,
Bachelor
I'm
Nation, but
joking,
I'm
'cause-
saying like
and
every,
cool and attractive
He
boys.
said cool and attractive women, and then he immediately said we. So
No, I got it.
okay.
I'm just moving forward.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get on board. So the slower the train goes, the faster I can catch up.
Well, no, we're
No,
just
don't
saying
land the
Bachelor.
tracks.
We're just saying the Bachelor Nation is the wrong group of people to anger because the Bachelor Nation runs deeper than people realize. I'd say probably 70% of Bachelor viewers don't admit to watching The Bachelor, and the ones that do are such a large number that the secret masses, it's like the tip of the iceberg.
The polls
They're
don't
out
show.
there.
Yeah,
The polls were wrong.
There's a lot of
100%.
non-voters.
Yes.
a lot of people that read but don't comment.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Lurkers in the Bachelor
Yeah.
Nation.
Right.
And they're having kids, and they're teaching those kids to watch The Bachelor.
They're having
it's a
sudden,
generational
they're having
thing.
sudden childbirth in the middle of a closet.
Absolutely. That's
Congratulations to Jade and Tanner on their second child, born in a closet, sans doula, you guys. And a doula should have been there. A doula could have been there.
If the baby ends up being gay, they have a lot of jokes queued up.
Why?
They're in a closet.
Low. Very low. Unbecoming and small.
And also, you totally undermined my platform.
What was your plan?
Do you know why a doula should have been there and could have been there but wasn't? Because they do not make a living wage, Alex.
I'm sorry.
For the love of Christ, praise him. We need living wages for doulas. This is insane. It is 2019. Doulas are strong and powerful. Do you know how strong and powerful doulas are? Jake, I also see you as a strong and powerful man, and I see all of you as strong and powerful members of the Bachelor Nation.
But not as strong and powerful as a doula.
And not as strong and powerful as a doula could be.
Yes.
If we
with
would
a
freaking
proper
donate,
funding.
we need to donate, guys. Go to batchboys.net/Fahim. We got our first big. Well, of course, we're getting constant streams of donations, but there was one
There was a standout.
massive donation that we have to shout out
Wait, what does that have to do with doulas?
because all part of the proceeds going to batchboys.net/Fahim's donation page. It
Hashtag living wages for doulas.
goes to
hashtag
living
dollars
wages
for
for doulas.
Let me, I don't
It's
want to
our
live a
pet
lie
project.
like Jed. It doesn't. It
Part of
doesn't
the
go to
proceeds.
that.
Case,
It
you are not
absolutely
involved.
does.
You are not involved
it
in the.
does not.
You are not involved in the philanthropic aspects.
it's not
you are
your
Neither are you.
It's not your
You-
brand.
no, you're exclusively on the Fahim side, man, and we're looking for mission updates from you, and I hope you have some. But you cannot speak. The Dollars for Doulas Foundation is it needs funding from the Batch Boys Nation.
It
So
has a
we
logo and everything. It's
How
real.
disrespectful would it be for us to send a donation to a doula being like, we know you don't make enough.
Send them
So here you
$4.
it's not. It's not about not making enough. It's about making more.
It's about making a living wage.
Yeah. You know what, Casey? You're laughing, and I think that's disgusting because I'm sick of walking to work every morning and stepping over another dead doula's body.
Let
'Cause
me
it
tell you.
didn't make a living wage. Okay.
Casey, people like you make me sick. Okay, people like you.
Yeah,
You clearly were not born with the help of a doula.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you about a young lady named Brenda from Buffalo. Now Brenda is a doula.
I don't have time.
Brenda
for
is a doula, and she can't afford her insulin in this country because she's not paid a living wage.
right.
exactly. So
And
you're finally
Brenda
on the page.
died. Brenda died on our watch, and that's why when I'm president, doulas will all be paid a living wage.
So you've really turned the corner on this issue. You're on board with Dollars for Doulas.
I'm on board with it. I just know that you guys are corrupt. And
You-
you're not giving your
I need.
dollars.
Listen. I need to continue the shout out. We had a massive donation, part of which, believe it or not, Case, is going to Dollars for Doulas because
Is
hashtag
it dollar for doulas?
Casey, semantics are not They don't belong at this point in the conversation.
Release
Yeah,
your
and
tax
even
return.
with that logic, it wouldn't take much more to turn that dollar to dollars.
That's right, Bachelor Nation. Tell Ryan S. to hashtag release your returns for the doulas.
I will release my returns.
Docs for
as
doulas,
soon
release
as
the
we
returns.
Yeah, as soon as Casey's emails between him and Fahim from a deleted server come out. I need those emails,
The
everybody.
scandal isn't the emails. The scandal is that I was using my Batch Boys Nation email to email Fahim.
And why did you delete them? We don't have time for that. I need to shout out our massive donor. Part of the proceeds are going to Dollars for Doulas. And of
How
course,
big is she?
the majority of the proceeds are going to the battle against Fahim. So this is a massive donation. It's really, really important to us. At Indigo Plateaus, you guys. Paul T. really, really
Thank
gave
you.
it to us on that donation page. I mean, that's the kind of
clapping for you.
a true hero to the Batch Boys Nation. I just want to talk about what this money really means to us. It means Fahim is not going to be breathing down our necks, you guys. Fahim is after us. He wants money for a website that we never asked for, batchboys.com. We want the .net. It's cleaner, stands for
Batch Boys Nation.
exactly. And the sooner we can get Fahim off our backs, the sooner we can get back to brass tacks, you guys. How much are we talking about Fahim every week?
Honestly, I want
More than
Fahim
once.
dead. I want him dead, and I want him dead now.
Exactly. And Casey's going to do that. He's going to give us that mission brief.
You know what, though? This is a good start. So, Indigo P,
Paul T at
Paul
Indigo
T.
P.
Thank you, Paul T. It is because of you that we can begin our crusade and bring this to an end, because nobody wants to hear about Fahim anymore.
You're an accomplice in someone's death.
Yes,
But
but an executive accomplice.
Can we just clarify that to our fans out there, we do not want you to find and kill Fahim.
No, we're
What
doing
is
that.
what is
Don't
with you
do
today? Why do they need to know this? They know.
They
They're
know.
if they're listening, if they're
I
at the
just pictured
season
us
10
in a courtroom
finale,
in like 2 years, like being like, it's satire. And be like, okay, prove that you guys have a big enough following for it to be satire.
Casey. People aren't donating in troves to the batchboys.net/Fahim page because they want to kill Fahim. They want us to kill Fahim.
Yes.
This is our fight.
No culpability, gang.
100%.
This is a culpability-free donation
Casey,
that we're asking, or you know, just even telling you that
you
exists.
know, Case, I don't
We're
feel
not
like
asking.
I loved the Batch Boy who I started the battle against Fahim with, but I don't love this Batch Boy. I feel like everything you told me about how dedicated you were to the battle with Fahim, it feels like it was all lies. And you can't build a relationship. There's no trust.
No clarity.
I need clarity.
You need Claritin? I can give you Claritin.
No thanks. Too drowsy.
Yeah, we got to keep our heads clear.
I gotta stay alert.
I just think that it's a big misunderstanding, you know, because I don't have this problem with any of the other podcasts that I'm on.
The many podcasts we're all on.
Yeah, and it's like I mean, I didn't tell those podcasts that I loved doing them, but like I did go on vacation with those podcasts, and
What?
like it was
Wait,
for my
you
birthday.
You did on location episodes.
So you bought
Yeah.
a vacation?
No, the
on location
podcast,
vacation?
the dads from the podcast pooled some money to pay for the vacation, and yeah,
Well, was it with girls or other boys?
both.
Boys?
Yeah.
You were on a trip with other boys?
I don't understand.
Well, there was some. Yeah, there was some there, and
Did you throw them in the pool?
Did they go by boys?
well, yeah.
And you didn't tell me?
I just thought I was operating out of fear that I wouldn't get to do this podcast again with you guys, and
So why do you think you can now?
well, because you invited me to be on this
Well,
podcast.
yeah, we invited you, but that doesn't mean that we
And that's exactly
have to
what I'm
like what you're
saying.
saying.
Exactly.
Look, all I can say is that I'm sorry, and I wish that I could change the past, but I can't. And it's been really hard watching you guys, be so good at this podcast. And, I didn't expect to like this podcast so much. And now I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I've grown a lot.
But I feel like the fact that this is the season finale of season 10, and I feel like it was taken from us.
Yeah, it's like the last 10 years never happened.
None of it.
Well, it didn't.
It's like it was a third of that.
It feels just like these 10 years were only 3.
You took because of you.
Yes.
I'm taking this friendship bracelet off.
That's a vape.
His friendship vape.
We all have them,
Yes. We got them together.
and that's what makes them friendship.
They're from Neil Lane.
Neil Lane.
Does that name mean anything?
Neil Lane Friendship Vapes. In our merch store, guys. It's coming. If you think donating is fun, wait till you can buy Hooey.
Oh boy, it's coming. Thanks to @Indigo Plateaus.
Yes.
Hey, he's
Getting this ball rolling.
yeah.
Continue kicking it further.
We gotta
Neil
think of
Lane
a-
Love Jewels.
Yeah,
If we can get a partnership.
absolutely.
I mean, we've gotten so many in the past.
Why wouldn't he?
I was next door to their corporate office today.
I
Neil
saw
Lane?
that.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Neil
cool.
Lane corporate.
No, Jewel.
Neil Lane corporate is just Neil Lane in a room.
Let's cut to a meeting at Neil Lane corporate.
I'm cool. I know you are. I know.
It's just him talking to himself in the mirror. You're the man, Neil.
I'd like to see him just like on a pile of glistening rings. Like
Right.
maybe in underwear.
Does
or
the diving
something.
board into a pool full of glistening rings.
Ow.
I like to
Ouch.
I like to picture
He's
Hannah
shredded.
and Tyler on a glistening bed tonight.
Yeah, glistening, but not from anything made of solid matter.
Nope. Definitely not.
Just no body fluids there.
Only. Sorry, I'm being pretty graphic, but that's 100% what they're doing, right? They're gonna have
gonna
a
make a
fantasy
mess.
suite of
I
their
don't
own
think so.
tonight.
Oh yeah, they're making a mess of this whole process. They made a mess
They're
of it.
exterminating
He's
some
just
bed
down.
bugs.
The fact of the matter is, he was respectful enough to be like, "Hey, man, you went through what you went through. Like, yeah, let's get drinks." Like, he's so cool. He's the man.
I wonder if they just pick up where they left off, or if they've got to start back.
It's only
at,
been
you know?
what, like a month?
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
I
been
don't
a
think
while.
that
Month or
he's
two?
into her now. I really don't.
I think
I
he's
like
into
kind
her.
of
Taste
didn't
how popular
either.
he was after the show.
I think he's
Same.
into her, but I don't think he's like
Yeah,
in love with her anymore.
sure,
But I believe
yeah.
he was in love with her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's hard to come back from that. How do you bounce back from that?
I
you
think
know what I'm
that's
saying?
just sexual tension because she didn't do it in the fantasy suite, and now
Well, they
she's single
They
again.
sure did it on the final date, right? The final one-on-ones.
That's not an overnight.
They weren't overnights.
No, they're
I
not.
never. I thought I never saw her leave.
You're sure painting her as a promiscuous one.
I'm painting
She's
her.
a man of the Lord.
Yeah, but she's had sex, and Jesus still loves her case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
But
and he
those
can't
were
say
like-
the same about you.
Whoa. Ouch.
What?
Our God is
I-
an awesome God.
Yeah,
He reigns from heaven above.
absolutely.
With strength and power and love, our God is an awesome God.
Whose God are you talking about?
Ours.
Hours.
Our
with
God.
the strength
And
a
I'm not-
1,000 times his body weight.
We're talking
With-
Cthulhu right now.
With the dexterity and stickiness of a spider. He's a spider. Jesus is Spider-Man. Never forget.
He's got Spider-Man powers.
Well, yeah, he's got Spider-Man powers,
Mm-hmm.
and the Bible was written by Stan Lee. Praise him. And so it was said. Close the giant.
Oh no! Who blew out all the candles?
Sorry, the gospel
The
of
Holy
Spider-Man
Ghost.
is so that's Uncle Ben's spirit.
Yeah, 'cause
beautiful
he's
and
full of
frigid.
bullet holes.
Yes.
It sucks that you have to take your cause of death with you in your soul.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, ow.
Like nearly headless Nick.
Exactly, like nearly
I am
headless
living
Nick.
in the afterlife, but I'm feeling the constant pain of being shot. It doesn't ever get better.
I don't think that that's true. Have you guys seen A Dog's Journey?
Well,
you just come back as a dog.
No, but that's
Well,
if you
multiple
start
dogs.
as a dog.
Exactly. you have
That's
to
not true.
already
All
be a
dogs
dog.
start as Kevin Costner.
Wait,
that a
is Kevin
hashtag?
Costner the dog in the movie?
I
Is that
don't
the
know.
twist?
And all
He's
cats
one
are-
of the
And all
dogs.
cats are Kevin Spacey.
No, Kevin Costner's in the
Nine Lives
this-
reference too soon.
Poor taste.
Yeah, I
Of
guess.
who?
9 Lives with Kevin Spacey, where he's a cat.
Oh yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
Kevin Spacey get off?
Well,
A
yeah,
lot.
that's why he was
Yeah.
in court.
But really, though, he did. He did get out of his. He
Is
was.
that funny?
He
Yes.
did.
I laugh.
That's
he did
hilarious.
get off. No, really though. Like in the. I don't know how to say that differently. He's good.
He got
No,
acquitted.
He got
he's
acquitted.
not, dude. He was removed from House of Cards. They canceled all
Right,
his
but he was
movies and
acquitted
stuff.
in a court of law. He
Well, I'm
was
sure
one
they
specific-
settled or
Dude,
something.
yeah, I mean, sexual assault.
No, they
cases,
didn't
like,
settle.
bro. Like 90.
He was acquitted.
90% of sexual assault cases like end up without a conviction. It's like actually a pretty screwed up number. So he just beat a broken system.
I think it was one of like multiple cases as well, so I don't think he's.
Yeah, I mean, he clearly did what he did, and Hollywood's not letting him back in. So sorry.
He's done. He's canceled.
You
He's
say that
gone.
like it's so certain. Like I bet you think Bill Cosby did it too.
Look, they already tried. The glove didn't fit.
Or Larry Nasser. Let's just talk about everybody like they did it.
Or yeah, my hero Jeffrey Epstein. The lies they're telling.
Yeah, or Brock Turner.
Oh, okay. I don't support that.
You
one.
know, America's sweetheart.
Jesus.
God, you're
All right.
on one tonight.
It's all falling apart.
It's season 10, baby.
God,
We're
yeah,
going
we
out with a
earned this,
bang.
You know, we earned it.
No, it's like
our most
you owe us
tasteless
this.
episode.
You owe us this, Batch Boys Nation.
No, you're along for the ride. They know us. We're longtime recurring characters on this show.
Yeah, they owe us and they love us.
Hey, we're 80% of all the recurring characters that have ever. Well,
Just a hair's
no, we have a lot of recurring characters. I'd ask for a list from Ryan Johnson, but he died, and that's canon.
Yeah, well, yeah. And
He wrote it with his dying breath.
he was,
I'm dead. This is canon.
And that's why we can't add any more characters from now on.
we have a nice memorial set up in the corner for where he once did his stenography for us. It's just his dead body in that
It's called
same
the
chair.
the Diane Johnson.
It's a really tasteful memorial.
He's starting to sting.
We threw flowers on him and stuff. Let people come in and take pictures. It's been really nice.
Yeah, so definitely, if you can find us, Batch Boys
Please
Nation.
hashtag Diane Johnson. DIAN Johnson.
Yeah, please at Ryan Johnson's account and be sure to like send your
Condolences.
to the page
And your favorite memories too.
of specifically from our show.
Yeah, we really want to keep him alive, guys, because the only way we keep people alive is with our thoughts
And machines.
and machines. if you got the scratch for that.
In this country.
Oh man, you're telling
Got
me.
started.
Man, rent is so expensive. I can barely afford my cryo chamber.
And you're not even a
How are you-
doula.
Yeah, and I know.
I can
Golly.
imagine if I was
I know.
doula-
It is
if I had diabetes. and I had to afford my doula insulin.
You bringing up Brenda from Buffalo?
Yep,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right.
She's dead.
she's dead,
That is sad.
and it's not because she's from Buffalo.
Yeah,
No, that's just to make it anecdotal and easier for you to remember.
right. How old was she?
And old enough.
she was 29 to 49.
The Buffalo 75.
Too young.
Amen.
R.I.P.
Speaking of too young, that's a perfect transition. Hannah,
Jeffrey
too young
Epstein.
for this.
Yeah.
That's a funny joke, but not the transition we were looking for. Survey says, I was gonna go with Hannah. Too young.
Yes. Well, yeah. When Jed
Your
was
question
like,
is she too young?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I feel like we watched Hannah make a lot of immature
Young
decisions this season,
about
and specifically about
lifelong consequences.
specifically in regards to Jed. Like she was like, he sang songs to me, and it's like, are we not past like
You mean-
the guy with an acoustic guitar at the party being like hot?
I mean, it's not like that was out of character when they spent 75% of the season with her keeping Luke P around. I mean, she.
Well, yeah, that too. That's what I'm saying. And she made a lot of immature decisions this
I like
season.
her. I think she's great, but she made some questionable calls.
She's 24,
Love does that to you.
I guess, or Chris Harrison. always acting like he's so surprised. He's like, we didn't see this coming. You made this happen, you sadistic silver fox.
Yeah,
Even though he like died.
Silver.
Not tonight.
He's so young.
Yeah, today.
Did you
What did they
see Chris tonight?
Did they use like the Marvel de-aging technology on him?
They're using
Sucking out the
He's got a
souls.
cryo chamber. He's keeping himself young with machines and Disney money. He's got that Disney money.
That good.
Oh, just a taste, Mr. Harrison. Chris B dangling that Disney money in my face.
Yeah, when he was like, I could get you a helicopter, a
Yes.
boat.
Yeah.
I can get you anything. And he's
My friend.
I can get you
You like
seal.
hot air balloon?
Hot air balloon, plane, helicopter.
OBO.
OBO.
Your soul and forced engagement, OBO.
Like, so true, though. Chris Harrison's just kind of like a god.
That whole audience was just like, ooh. That was like in middle school when like people knew you had a crush on someone and like they were like, ooh,
They're dancing
like,
together.
Kiss. Yeah, like, yeah.
Nobody ever did that to me.
Yeah, I only saw it. That's
yeah,
why I didn't.
I was only
Yeah, no,
merely
it's
a
in the movies and
bystander.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably happened.
Dang.
But yeah, no, it was a very fun and engaging audience.
Very engaging.
Yeah, a lot of good personalities out there. A lot of people saying, you know what, I am blonde and I am shaking my head about this. And just, you know.
I am blonde, white, and disappointed.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's the story of my parents' lives. But I broke my own heart with that. But yeah, no, it was fun. Fun audience. It's fun to
crowd.
see the brunettes like in the background, all faded out, like blurred, shaking their heads, and then the close-ups of the blondes shaking their heads with their longer hair.
And Demi Lovato for some reason.
With
Yeah.
Demi.
With Demi, not Lovato.
Ah, wow.
It's her Instagram handle.
Boy, Paradise is really going to be something.
It's going to heat up.
Saucy.
Yeah, it's gonna be so sad
For John Paul Jones, looks like it.
for everyone. What is this? Who are these adults
I don't know.
coming to an island to cry?
Blake's going to
If
come
you
out
want
of
to
it.
cry, do it on your time, not island time.
Amen, brother. That is island
There
time.
is no crying on island time.
Yeah, what are you? Wells is trying to get proposed to the girl from Modern Family here. What are you crying about?
Yeah, for real. I hope
they
he gets to
engaged?
leave. They
Yeah,
Wells
I
and that
think-
child
think-
actor.
aren't
Yes.
they married?
No,
Something
they
just
just got
happened.
engaged,
That's what it
and I
was.
believe that they did it like while he was in Paradise,
She does
or
look
like
like
in the same area. I'm thinking maybe it's on the show.
Free trip.
petite
Free trip.
person.
She's 3 years old.
Yes.
Everyone's
I
young.
think. Are
or
we
we're
talking about
just getting
Sarah
old.
Hyland?
Yeah.
I think she's just Amanda Stanton's daughter stacked, like on each other's shoulders
In a trench
in a
coat.
trench coat. Yeah, that's who Sarah Hyland
Oh,
is.
Thank you.
Could you imagine if they showed up to Paradise in trench coats?
Which one is it? Like Kinsler or Chance? Whatever her kids' names are.
Kingler and Chansey. You're right.
You are not wrong.
Chandler and Fonzie.
Kinsmore.
It's
Chantelove.
Kinsley and Charlie, but thanks.
Sherwin and Williams.
Dangman and Brextas.
It's clear that none of you keep up. None of you keep up with her.
877 cash now.
Her kids, Celino and Barnes.
That would be fun names.
I want
for
to name my
boys.
kids Celino and Barnes.
If they didn't grow up injury attorneys, it'd be so bad.
Celino and Barnes, they are both my children.
Go 1-800. I lost them.
Well, who's gonna get that first? Who's Ryan got dibs on that?
Whoever
I got
gets
dibs
pregnant
on
first.
Jacob Emrani.
Yeah, you
He's
should
gonna
name your
pop
kids
out.
Jacob and Ronnie.
Jacob and Ronnie.
Jacob and Ronnie. Get in here.
Call Jacob.
Oh man.
Wow, are these like regional only
These
jokes?
are regional ambulance chaser jokes.
And I'm gonna name my two boys Darren Kavanoki.
I'm sorry.
1-800 no
Dare-
cuffs.
Dare Dare and Kavanaugh.
Everyone looks better without cuffs on, unless you're into that sort of thing.
These are my kids.
Dare and Kavanaugh.
Wow. For anyone West Coast, well, specifically like
L.A.
Just
like
LA.
area.
you're
and
gonna
probably
love that.
San Bernardino.
But yeah, we're not here.
Well, we're
Yeah,
on the
that's not where we're
outskirts.
at.
You'll never
We don't
find
have that
us.
aforementioned 818
We have that like Wakanda thing. Like you can kind of fly over us and like we don't show up on
yeah,
radar.
like you
or
think
nothing.
we're poor, but we're super rich.
Yeah,
you know that Wakanda thing we have.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it exactly kind of is because in
Yeah.
like MCU, Wakanda's like asking for donations and stuff. Like as far
I
as
don't
people
think they're
know,
asking for anything.
Well, as far
people,
as
people just, they're not like taking
No,
meager donations.
Yeah, they're
and
not
being the most
doulas.
scientifically advanced nation in the world.
no, but they are considered a third world country.
They
and I'm
are,
sure that people
from
are
the
sending
outside.
money.
I'm sure they were saying no thanks. We don't need them.
I would hope.
I'm pretty sure. If I
Wakanda
know King
boys.
T'Challa,
If I know King T'Challa, like I think I do.
if he's anything like his father.
Killmonger was right.
Yes, very woke.
Yes, that is
And I have thoughts,
appreciate
too.
The stance. Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Casey. Yeah, but that's the Wakanda.
Wakanda for later,
for later.
but for now, sign off. I mean, I don't know. Any final thoughts? I like.
I mean, this is the whole season.
Did we even
ending.
talk once about Jed?
Yeah, for like a
Yeah,
long
we like tore
time.
him apart
That was
for like
most
the
of
whole beginning of the
episode.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
He's stinky. He smelled bad. His hair got longer, and it probably smells bad.
Yeah, I just find it hard to believe that anything good is ever going to happen to him for the rest of his life.
It was so depressing.
Yeah, no, like this was just like a lot. We invested a lot into this, and in some ways, I'm like, okay, I feel rewarded as a viewer, but in other ways, as a human, I feel like they put this girl through the ringer. They broke so many hearts. They've encouraged so many terrible people to now come out of the shadows and just be famously terrible.
The
I don't know
divisive
if I can
rhetoric
be
of the season.
Happy. Yes.
Well,
I don't think I
it's
can be happy about
true.
this,
Yeah, I mean, again, and Chris
it's
just
the
acts.
show in general, but
but especially now.
I just feel like, yeah, that Chris found, like we said, we didn't say it once during the season, but we said it leading up. She fits the bill. Young, dumb, easy to trick. Or young, beautiful, easy to trick.
Shiny,
she's
dumb, easy to trick.
Shiny, dumb, and easy to trick. Yeah,
I think I propose we go back to older people.
I've been saying that
Yeah,
for a
like
long time.
30 and
they
up.
need to. They
And
need,
also
The people
nobody.
that have missed the train on the influencer thing
yes.
and are just actually going.
no,
on
they
the
need to
show.
be a successful person. It used to be like the heir to a wine fortune, like an actual eligible
I'm not
bachelor.
No, I'm not trying to.
I was born to
Well,
a
that's
rich
just
man.
2019.
I'm not trying
Eligible
to-
bachelors are anything.
I'm not
but
trying to
that's-
tank my own chances of going on this show. Thank you very much. I'm just saying I'm going to wait till I'm 30.
Yeah, you be older and have
We're
your
going.
own life
We're going.
established that you can then share with someone else rather than just be like, I don't know, we're basically teenagers and we live across the
I
country.
know. Hannah kept talking about like she wants to have a career for herself and like, but like, what has she ever talked about? Like her ambition. Like, what does she do? Like, she doesn't have a job actively,
Isn't it pageant being professionally hot? Like,
and she's good at her job. Damn it. But I frankly like, was she gainfully employed like at the time she went on Colton's season? Like, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I'm not trying to be like critical of Hannah. Like, I outspokenly love Hannah, but I'm just touching on what you're saying.
actually,
like, these
I don't know
aren't.
her like actual like real career.
Well, I don't
path.
think she said anything about like. Oh, I guess to
She
her
did
dad.
to her dad. She was
Yeah,
like, I want to
like,
have my thing and like support myself.
Well, I think she just meant like now that I'm famous and will
Yeah.
get money by being famous.
God knows Jed isn't going to bring in the money.
No.
Or was he
His
going
music
to?
is bad.
Has every Bachelorette been a previous contestant on The Bachelor?
I think from the season 1, yeah, Trista
Yeah,
I think
she
was
had-
kicked off.
Right. So
I think that's what started the trend
It
going back
is.
and forth.
it is because, yeah, like that's how it used to be. It's like, oh, you got this big fancy guy and he's got a life and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, all right, then all the contestants. And it didn't really matter what anyone like did. And I guess it still doesn't. But then they're like, you know what? We're not trying to sell that whole thing. We're just doing fame. We're trading fame between bachelors and bachelorettes.
Well, that is the weird dichotomy that they've created here is that now like it is like people can go on there to be a part of the show, not to find love, but at the same time, it is the best thing for ABC because they get to test run anyone they might want to make The Bachelor or The
Exactly.
Bachelorette. They get to see that America will like this and they literally get to pick the most viewable person by putting us all through the ringer.
Yeah, they're selling you the trailer and the movie.
Right.
The
Well,
double
they
dip.
it's a backstory. It's the origin story
It is.
built in.
Yes.
Like it
makes sense business wise. It's just
It's
like
good for
that's-
ABC
that
and it's
is
good for the
flaw.
contestants. It's bad for us.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it just keeps skewing younger, and I mean, I guess Mike is the front runner, and I've said before, I don't think he'd be a very good bachelor. I just think he's a busybody. I think that he gets too involved in people's business.
And also, like, in the most serious of times, he can be real silly.
He's so silly.
He's so
He's
silly.
too silly. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be just giggling.
I
all
know, and it's
season
like
long.
it's like
Mike.
Mike.
Easy.
God.
Are you ready for are you ready for him and his 3 queens to grace us for the first 10 minutes of next season? Because that's
Well,
what it's
isn't
gonna
one of
be.
his queens dead?
No.
Not.
Oh, that's what he needed the date for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Present day, though, do we still know that he's got 3 queens?
We'll find out at the start
or
of the
2
season.
queens and a star.
2 queens and Joker's Wild.
Because in episode 1, we joked that Mike needed a date to his grandmother's funeral.
Correct.
We
We
might
re-
as well bring it full
Yeah,
circle.
we reward you guys for listening. Aren't you, don't you
entire
feel so
oval.
rewarded?
Is there anyone else it could be?
There's your
While
free
we're on-
merch.
While we're on the subject.
Peter?
Oh yeah, I
Peter,
forgot about
maybe.
Peter.
Maybe.
Maybe.
They got to get someone from Boston on it.
Certainly not
Peter.
Scott.
Eventually, bet I don't know
Scott.
what voice that was. Scott,
Remember the
yes,
name.
Scott.
I
Maybe
think
it'll be
it's-
Tyler G.
Try to
Also,
remember,
guys,
Andrew.
I'll say this. Technically, I win. We didn't talk about it much, but guys, Batch Boys Nation, there was a competition all season. I picked Tyler to win, and technically, he won.
So I
No.
guess technically,
No, he did not.
you
As of
did.
right in this moment, because we're on West Coast time, they're literally together right now.
We don't know that.
Right, but that's not winning. Winning is being
If
the
she could
last
go
man
4
standing.
times with Pete, she'd go more with Tyler. I guarantee it.
Who says
At
they're
sex.
danging it?
Their eyes.
I do. I say
I'm
it.
just saying-
I'll
Their
say
eyes,
it
their body
loudly.
language.
Yeah, seriously. The last 10 weeks.
Chris, the entire audience.
What if she went back to Peteski?
Why, to get some condoms?
She didn't ask Pete on a date. Hey, Pete,
can I get in your car?
Nice. But I won.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, I did.
No contest.
Nobody won.
I got
All
the
lost.
furthest.
Yes.
Even
Yes,
if
you did.
you did win, you technically
Let's just
won.
say we all win except
I
for
cheated.
Casey. He didn't even get even close.
I
I
hope
cheated.
you didn't cheat.
That's not true.
All right,
either.
Jed.
No, you didn't.
I kind of cheated. But it's only because my mom heard from a friend who lives in Jupiter, Florida. She was like, "Did you hear they were shooting an episode of The Bachelor in Jupiter?" And I was like, based on the time, it's probably a hometown. So if there's a contestant from Jupiter, I'm picking him.
You knew this for like 10 weeks?
Yes.
Oh, so you are a cheater.
Yeah, you just.
I knew we got to hometowns.
Wow.
Oh, come on. I thought you guys would have more fun with
they,
this.
They could have just been filming his, hi, I'm Peter, and here I'm
I
doing
know, and that was a risk. That was the
Footloose.
risk I took.
You assumed no risk.
Wow.
You're goddamn right.
Wow.
Still
Listen,
better pick than Tyler G.
I mean, it's like you couldn't have. Your only other option would be like, hey, guys, I've been spoiled, so I guess I have to be a man about this and tell the truth.
I
You
wasn't
waited
spoiled.
until after
I
we
knew.
made our picks. We got down on one knee and made our picks, and you
Yeah.
waited till after.
Yeah,
10
we were
weeks
we were
after.
on our knees in front of you, and you were just standing there, and we're like, "What is he doing? Why isn't he taking a knee? What is about to happen?"
Yeah.
And what happens is you told us a lie, and here we are, and it's coming
Covered
to
us in
light.
lie.
Yeah, you shot lie in our eye. Lie in our eye, Ryan.
You can't turn the Batch Boys Nation against me. I am the Batch Boys
I have
Nation.
I have lie in my hair.
Yeah. Like, seriously, it's like I turned around, I couldn't even look at you, and I just got lies all over my back.
I'm glad that you didn't put your lies inside me, but You
Because then they could grow, all right? And none of us
Fester.
none of us
Lion Ryan.
we're not in a position to raise your lies.
If my lies were inside you, I would have found a way to terminate those lies inside you, okay?
At what point does a lie become a full-formed lie? At what point is it no longer
white
okay
lie
to
to
terminate a
full-blown
lie?
At what point do lies have fingernails?
I had a friend who had, and they lied by accident, and they decided to stay with the lie.
Well, you know what?
Cutest lie I've ever seen.
Amen, brother. Praise Christ.
Praise Christ, who himself was the child of lies. As he is called, his nickname, Jesus Christ, child of lies.
Which is probably his second most common nickname, Jesus Christ, King of the Monsters.
First of his name.
Child of lies.
It's like a Game of Thrones character intro. It is I, Jesus Christ,
Hear ye,
King of
hear
the
ye.
Monsters, Child of Lies.
King of the Andals and first of his name. Oh, wow. That's playful, right? You're on board, Batch
Boys
Boys
Nation is on
Nation.
board. Honestly, the show's more successful than ever. The money's rolling in. Shout out to Tide for the major donations this season. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. You kept us rolling Tide.
Shout out to Indigo Plateaus. Follow him, tag him and stuff. He's a hero to the Batch Boys Nation. He's going to
That does sound
single-handedly
like
stop
something
Fahim.
that you'd plug on a podcast, like some product called Indigo Plateau.
Yeah, it sounds
Like
like
It
a
sounds like
health
weed.
bar.
Hey, what can I
Healthy
smell that
weed
one?
bars.
This one's Indigo Plateau. It's
really mellow.
It's got some like citrus
Yeah, it's like-
terpenes.
It's got kind of like an earthy blend, but then it like turns icy. And then there's like ghosts.
Then you're gonna see ghosts.
and then the last part's all dragons.
Yeah, and then it all goes black.
and then
Goodbye.
And you plateau.
you wake up back at home.
But it's more CBD than THC.
Dang, I want that. I want it now. Give it. Who has it?
Make it happen, Hollywood.
Yeah, that one's yours. Just give us give us a shout.
That's our Limitless.
The pill?
Well, yeah, like the movie.
Mhm.
You know, same concept, but just stupid and weird.
I took Limitless for months every night at 9 p.m. and I still got lied.
Yeah.
I got lied all over me.
That
Well,
stinks.
Yeah.
Was it Bradley Cooper at least?
A boy could dream.
Did you have like a backup plan, like a plan B?
I mean, I was very embarrassed to just walk into a CVS covered in lye. I felt like they could see it on me.
They do, yeah, because you can't wash that off. Once you're, been lied to, you carry that with you.
Yeah.
Especially when you're going under a black light.
Black light.
Yeah,
Get it?
I do.
We took a swab and we found positive contamination of lye. Appears it's true.
Send us a vial of lies, and we'll tell you where your ancestors are from.
23andMe, also a loyal sponsor of the Batch Boys. Thanks
Yes.
for the money,
You got
23andMe.
big lies. You got little lies.
That was a
Hey.
fantastic plug.
Yes, it
Any more
was.
plugs? Season
Plug
finale.
for our sponsor.
Bridge Thoops, of course. Thank you for
Yes.
your continued patronage.
And,
Claire K, you're on your way.
Of course.
Hashtag Be Like Bridge.
Everybody who's written in and left comments and reviews. Those have been super cool to read a few weeks to months later.
Yeah, we'll
when
find
we
them.
notice them.
Yeah.
We do find them. We find them. So keep them coming.
100%.
Big
And on
thanks to the
Instagram-
bots, all the bots that keep coming out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All
they're
those bots that
dedicated.
comment on our Instagram page that are very samey and unoriginal.
Yeah, we're gonna have a party for all you bots.
You're clearly bots.
We're gonna throw you a bot mitzvah, and it'll be very fun. Welcome you to your new age as adult
Right.
robots. Yeah.
Amen.
There's
Praise
more
Christ.
emojis than one.
There's
It's not all laughing face emojis.
that's very
Use
good.
more.
Be mean to the people who like our videos.
Oh, I get it. I remember. Yeah, no, but for real though, it means a lot, guys. I've
Bots
said
don't have
it
feelings.
once. but now I'm saying it again for the first time. It means a lot to have fans like you, and you keep us going. And it's been a lot of fun. Great 10 years.
Yeah, it has been a good 10
close
years.
the sun on the decade.
This
or whatever
decade,
I said.
the end of this decade for sure. I feel like I've gotten to know the Batch Boys Nation a lot better.
Yes.
Like I feel like we're
We've
hanging out more.
engaged.
We've
with
been putting up more
them.
content. People are talking to us. We're talking to you, Bridge. I mean, hey, we've been talking. Listen, you talk to us. You become a regular character on this show. It's been fun.
You're a real card, Bridge.
All of you, Claire K, Paul T.
The rest.
You know who you are. Everyone except Eric D. I know he's out there. I know he's
I thought we
listening.
agreed to mega skip him.
He's skipped, but like much like Jed, I can't go without insulting him. You know, he stole our freaking thing. What did he steal?
He made the extra version of the Batch Boys
That's
fantasy.
right. He made a fantasy league and called it the Batch Boys. I'm like, Eric D.
that we don't know was him at all.
It had to
I
have
know
been.
I know for a pretty good fact who it was, and you're right. It wasn't him, but I could
I
be
know
wrong.
he had something to do with it.
And he was.
You know
yes,
he's
He
involved in
had his
one way or
hands in the
another.
cookie jar.
He's
Who
been
him?
trying
Yes,
to-
him. Eric D. Not me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. That was just my Cam impression.
I'm Ryan S.
I'm KCS.
I'm Jake C.
I'm Alex F.
And we act like it's a big grand finale, and it is. But we literally have Paradise next week, so like
Yeah.
I kind of like we got to get going, huh?
Yeah, some friends of ours' parents bought us this trip to the island of Mexico.
Just a friend
Yeah.
who I tell I love, you know, in a romantic way regularly, hourly.
Yeah, but you don't mean it, so it's fine.
No, of course I don't mean it. I'm trying to get engaged here.
I understand. And where better than Mexico? See you soon.
Yeah, the island of Mexico. We'll see you down there, you
Island
guys.
nation of Mexico.
To paradise. Aloha, Mexico.
Yeah,
Cheers. We're drinking Tide. Roll Tide, but shout out Paradise.
Yes, cheers.
Aloha, Mexico. That's good dish soap or laundry detergent.